on, everybody? Back at it. Back to the grind. It's about 6 a.m. Eastern time, of course. Just leaving the house. We got to go up to over by Plant City and get picked up. And we got 2 deliveries today. One Jacksonville, one Yulee, Florida. So it shouldn't be a big deal. Ain't that loaded miles aren't that bad. You know, deadhead miles, I got about 54 miles to get there. You got to be there by 7. I probably should have left the house about 15-20 minutes earlier, truthfully. So now we gotta get on over to 75, then I-4 East. So let's get started and let's see what we've been up to. All right. Oh yeah, that's it. Stopped here at the Loves, Auburndale, Florida, on I-4 East. Scaled out. So here's a question for you. What would you do in this situation? So we got this load from a broker that I use quite often. Here lately, anyway. I didn't think it was that bad of a load. You know, loaded miles is about, let's say about 230.
In 1/4 mile, turn right on State Route 559, then exit right.
So you get the Raycon, and the Raycon said 2 stops, 20,000 pounds. You know, pick up in Plant City. You know, first delivery's in Jacksonville, second delivery in Yulee, Florida, which is about 30 miles north of Jacksonville. No big deal, you know.
Turn right at the traffic light, then exit right.
Get out of here first. Ooh.
Take the exit on the right to I-4 East.
Come on, baby, get up there. You know, Raycon said 20,000 pounds. When we got our bills, it's almost 39,000. So I mean, what would you do? I mean, you gotta put it into perspective here. You're in Florida. It's not like you're, you know, driving through the hills of Tennessee or something, you know. It's straight shot, you know, I-4 to 95, and that's it. You know, all goes well. You gotta be the first stop by 1 o'clock. We'll probably be there about, you know, a little bit after 12. And the next stop is like 30 miles up the road. I think it said like 3 o'clock or something, you know. Well, what would you do? I mean, with the broker? I mean, you can't, I mean, you could do whatever you want, but you don't want to call them up and just be like, oh, you lied. You know, they could have got wrong information, you know, it happens. Or they could have lied, you know, that could happen too. But maybe you want to think about, you know, I've used this broker fairly often, and I'll probably, you know, continue to use this broker. So do you want to call and just ruin the relationship, you know? And I mean, if it was over 40,000 pounds, then I may have, you know, like, hey, I'm gonna need just a little bit more money for fuel. You know, we're not talking $200-300. You know, you throw me $100 and we'll be cool, you know. Because I do have to hit a fuel stop, you know. Only because I don't have enough fuel. We could make it. Oh, I'm so sorry, lady. Here, come on up. Whoa. Come on. Get up here. There you go. Oh, you want to shake on it? So I called her up and I told her what was going on, and she came right out the bat. You know, what do you need from me? You know, what do you need? I said, you know, I don't need anything. I'm just letting you know. Only because, you know, I'd like to continue to use her and get a decent rate. And I got a decent rate from this coming out of Florida. So coming out of Florida, you know, you could be pulling a $300 or $400 load, you know. And this one I got for pretty good, so I'm not even going to complain. And truthfully, I'm not going to use that much more fuel, you know. It may be a little bit of stop and go when we get through Orlando. You know, that's gonna. But that ain't gonna change the situation. I'm still gonna have to get fuel, you know. Yeah. If we were talking like 500, 600, 700 miles, then I would be like, okay, you know, we probably need to do something. But for this case, maybe sometimes it's better just to, maybe they'll remember it down the road, you know what I mean? So that's what we did. So we just took one here, and you know, it's not that much heavier. It's no big deal. And I'll still have, if all goes well, because I'm not gonna say I'm gonna have both deliveries unloaded today, because you just never know what could happen. So that's what we're gonna do. We picked up in Plant City, heading up to Jacksonville and up to Yulee. And I had to get some more you know, seals. I can't remember what they're called. I've been using them here quite a bit. And I deliver to a Home Depot stores, and I know they always check your seals, because I only had one seal, and I was like, yeah, I'll get some later, and I'll just put a padlock on it. We ain't gonna take no chance. But you know, we got weighed, and I actually I was debating not to weigh it, because it's pallets of concrete. What's that, quick mix or something like that? That's what it is. And it says my steers are at 11,420, My drives were... Oh, I can't even see that. Oh, I thought I said 35. 33, 240. And my tandems are at 25, 460. So I had it like right in front of the about the 40-foot mark. You know, Florida, you know, you can't go over the 41 or go past the 41-foot mark, so. But I could afford to slide it up a couple notches, but you know, we're good now. And there's only one scale house I gotta drive by when I get on to 95, so I ain't really gonna sweat it too much. You know, if they're gonna pull me in and make me slide up a couple notches, you know, I doubt that. Yeah. But that's where we're going. Yeah, so we spent the holiday at the house, 4th of July holiday at home. That was good stuff. We came back into town on Saturday. Spent the night at the house on Saturday. Left out Sunday afternoon, had to be in Miami Monday morning. We got down to Miami, got our delivery off, no problem. The old blind side, that was always fun. And we actually found a load that was coming out of Miami, going to Tampa. And that was kind of a hassle. We got there and they said that load, this was Monday morning now. They said that load was picked up on Friday. I didn't think he was gonna let me over. Come on, buddy. Get out of the way. Alright. So they said that load was picked up on Friday. And I had him like double check. I was like, you know, before I leave, you know, because I just walked up and he just told me. You know, he's like, oh yeah, that load was picked up on Friday. Are you like a walking computer? I mean, how do you know all this? I was like, you know, I ain't trying to be a jerk, but you know, can you find out for sure, you know, before I, you know, take off? Because I don't want to take off, then all of a sudden have to come back because somebody made a mistake. So they, you know, they verified and everything, and you know, sure enough, you know, it was picked up on Friday. So I called the broker. And they apologized for everything. You know, they actually blamed the weekend people because I booked the load like on a was it Saturday or Sunday. I booked the load, so they blamed it on the weekend people, you know. I said, whatever, man. And I was like, you just send me over my tonneau and I can find me something else. And he said, yeah, no problem, we can do that. He's like, but there's actually another load coming out of there and it's going to Tampa also. I said, well, okay, well, tell me what's going on, you know. And you know, the first load was 15,000 pounds. This one ended up being like, you know, he said it was going to be like 42,000 pounds. You know, it's going right back to Tampa. Straight up 75 the whole entire way, you know, over by Ybor City. So I said, well, you know, I mean, the price that we agreed on was the price, you know, for, you know, 15,000 pounds, you know. I mean, can you know, try to get a couple more bucks out of them, you know, just to pay for the fuel. That was it. You know, I'm not, you know, I wasn't going to get rich on this load anyway. It basically was just going to pay for my fuel getting out of Miami. But just give me something else, you know. And he said the only thing he can do was, well, first he said, you know, that's it, man. It's us send the tonneau over, or you take this load. Tano, truck ordered, not used, He said, basically take it or leave it. I was like, well, come on, man. And I was like, you got to do something. Can you at least take some of the weight off? And so he calls back, and so he said he can get it down to like 35,000. So all right, I had to get fuel anyway, so okay, whatever. So I was just gonna go home from there, but now it's like, well, now I gotta maybe if I can find like another load to kind of offset it a little bit, So they got me loaded. They ended up putting it at like 34,000 and change around there somewhere. And we went up to Tampa and got unloaded. Then I ended up finding another little load that was from Groveland, Florida, going over to Newport Richey. And Newport Richey is probably about, 45 minutes from the house. So that ain't too bad. It's just a load of water, pick up, drop off same day, So we got there and they actually got us loaded in like 20 minutes. Straight shot. It was like less than 100 miles, No fuel stop, just go. And we're almost there. I end up taking all these little back roads. I call them back roads because I just know where that's my area. I know those roads over there where you can and can't go. So I knew, because there was like one scale house I was gonna cruise by. So I dodged the house and I went around all these other little roads I knew I can get through, so I didn't have to get scaled. And we got onto US 19, and US 19 is just stop and go. I was hitting every red light, and we almost got there. We're about 15 miles from the delivery, and some guy tells me, like, oh, your tires are smoking. Obviously it's the brakes are smoking because it's like 45,201. Stop and go. It's like, Florida, the heat index the past couple of days has been like, 110, 112, so it's freaking nasty hot right in the middle of the day, So I pulled over just to make sure everything was cool, and it's just too dang hot, So we babied it up to where we delivered and went home from there. And here we are this morning. I'm trying to work on another video from when we were at the house. We went to Weeki Springs, Buccaneer Bay there in Weeki, Florida. Seen the Mermaids show, and that was pretty cool. I ain't been there in years. And they got a little tiny water park, it's all one area. We went to the water park yesterday, and then there was some fireworks, and then you get sunburned, and that's about it. So we're back out here for a little while. Yeah, we're getting close to the Disney area, Kissimmee area. Traffic will slow down a little bit through here. It always does. It showed that it was green the whole way through Orlando, so it took like another 70 miles before we get to 95. But this whole area is all Disney, Universal. Right here, exit 62, Disney World Celebration. Somewhere up here, I forget where. This is the big Mickey ears. Let's see if we can come up on it here. Up here somewhere. All the power lines running back and forth, and they got the Mickey ears. 2 Home Depot stores. On our next load, we got a little bit of a deadhead. Pick up in Perry, Georgia. It's about 215 miles. I don't have to pick up tomorrow till 11:30 a.m. So we'll talk about that load next time. I ain't gonna consider it my next load until it's sitting on your trailer and you're rolling, right? You never know what could happen. But I can say this: if you remember, we talked about, like when I left the house last time, that I needed some kind of, I don't want to say stability. I'm trying to get by the house more. That's the final outcome. And we did pretty good this last time. I think we were out for, I wanted 10 to truthfully 15. I think I said 12 days. And I think I got home 13 days. So that's what we're gonna continue to shoot for. And I told myself, I was like, if I can do like Florida to Georgia, Georgia to Texas, back. Well, the first trip out, I ended up having to change it, and I ended up doing like a triangle. And I went from Florida to Georgia, Georgia to Texas, Texas to Kansas City, Kansas City basically back to the house. That's what we're gonna try to shoot for, you know. Something that needs to work for me, because this staying out for 3, 4, or 5 weeks at a time is just not gonna. Can't continue to do this. I ain't saying I've put in my time and I've been out here for hundreds of years, but that's what we're gonna try to shoot for. And it could change, you know. Here we go. Everyone's stopping. Let me get through some of this traffic up here, then we'll talk to you when we get to our first drop off. Alright, we'll be coming up on our first stop. 0.8 miles. We gotta turn right here.
Turn right at the traffic light.
Sometimes these little stores are pretty good to get into. We'll try to make it tricky for you.
In 1/4 mile, turn left on Gilmore Heights Road.
So I want to get pointed in the right direction of the dock. Sometimes there's not a lot of room to get in and out, so I think there was a little ways next light, I believe. Yeah, you can see there's the dock right there.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Well, this should be interesting. There's already another truck. Looks like there's a flatbed right. Let's see where I can get in. There's an entrance right here, but I doubt I'm gonna be able to get in. I don't know, because I see that little median right there. I was looking on the Google Maps, and I don't know if there's an opening right there or not. It looks like there is, but check it out real quick. Golly, that was a short light. Oh, there is. All right. All right. let me in. Oh, this ought to be interesting already. God, looks like an old blind side. The old day cab can't even get in there because of this schmuck not even paying attention.
100 feet, turn right.
Oh, all right. Let's see what happens here. Pretty tight coming through here. I think we're good now. Well, I was good. Come on, peoples. Just gotta get up here and turn. All right, we're going. Get up on that curb.
Turn left.
That was close.
40 miles away.
Oh, forget it. We are right back here. Yeah, so the first stop wasn't no big deal. After I had to wait for everybody to move. Oh man, that guy was at the first stop I was at. That's alright. We'll just wait for him to get out of the way. Can go in and check in here. Hopefully before it starts raining, that'd be nice. Got a storm coming in. Alright, let me go check in.